Hi, I'm Jessica Ashatino from HDR, and along with my co-authors, we'll be taking a closer look at an unusual late spring aggregation of North Atlantic right whales off Virginia using tag and environmental data. Content from this presentation may be shared. Our team conducts year-round surveys out to and past the shelf break as part of a long-term Navy-funded marine species monitoring project. Between May 2nd and June 12, 2024, our vessel team surveyed on 11 days and had much higher than typical sightings of baleen whales. Our aerial team was able to fly on 2 days, and had conditions not been so foggy, would have flown more frequently. Our first 2 surveys during the month of May focused on the northern portion of our study area, and we had sightings of fin, humpback, and sei whales, the latter being a species we don't come across very often. On May 22nd, we encountered a mixed group of right and sei whales feeding in our study area, and subsequently increased our survey effort over the next 2 weeks. We had sightings of right whales on 5 different days, with as few as 2 and as many as 14 individuals photo identified. Depth at sightings ranged from 63 to 129 meters, and sightings were primarily along the shelf break. After spotting 2 right whales on June 1st, the following 3 surveys yielded no additional right whales, but still large numbers of fin and humpbacks in the study area. 27 unique North Atlantic right whales have been photo identified from these surveys, and 14 individuals were seen on 2 or more days. We had a mix of both sexes and all age classes. Noteworthy sightings included 1050, who had not been seen since 2011, as well as Pico and her previously undocumented calf. We extracted interpolated daily SST data from May 20th through June 5th. Cooler waters were more evenly dispersed throughout the entire study area at the time of our first sighting on May 22nd. The cooler waters then began to gradually concentrate between the 50 and 200 meter isobath, which is where all of our sightings occurred. After the final sighting on June 1st, the cooler waters had moved back to the north and outside of our study area. Dive summary stats for all 4 suction cup tags are shown here. Tags lasted from approximately 1 to 14 hours. A total of 122 dives were recorded. Max dive depth was 145 meters, and average dive depth for all the dives combined was 59 meters. Dive durations ranged from 2 to 11.8 minutes, with a mean duration ranging from 4.2 to 8.8 minutes for each individual, and mean surface durations between 3.3 and 11.7 minutes. Bottom depths in the area were mostly in the 80 to 100 meter range, with some depressions to 150 meters over the continental shelf. Here we see the dive profiles for the 2 tagged whales with the longer dive records. Depth for each is shown in meters, shaded area is time after sunset. The upper profile shows male 3241, who logged a total of 51 dives. Over a 6-hour period, he recorded 36 consecutive deeper dives, presumably foraging in a prey layer located near the bottom, based on the vessel's echo sounder imagery and dive behavior recorded by other whales throughout this multi-day event. The 5 hours that followed were primarily spent at or near the surface, aside from a few random deep dives. Video recorded by the tag during this latter period near the surface showed long periods of open-mouthed subsurface swimming, suggesting either temperature regulation or foraging. However, higher concentrations of prey were more evident at depth. The lower profile shows female 3101, who recorded 56 dives. A total of 17 deep dives to depths greater than 60 meters were logged in the first 4 hours, followed by a mix of time spent at or near the surface, as well as shallow and deep dives throughout the night. Bottom depth was extracted for GPS locations from this tag, denoted by the yellow-colored line. Similar to 3241, deeper dives terminated near or at the seafloor where the prey was concentrated. On May 29th, another CATS tag was deployed on male 3391. Although this tag lasted less than an hour, it captured open mouth feeding behavior video of another whale just off to the left of the tag whale during its 3rd dive. Bottom left video, you can see the whale coming into the picture with mouth open, likely through a dense concentration of prey, as the pec fin disturbs the muddy bottom before eventually closing its mouth. In conclusion, tag data, combined with visual observations, support what is likely intense foraging activity by North Atlantic right whales off Virginia during this unusual multi-species baleen whale aggregation event. The extent of surface time and shallow dive behavior, especially at night, within the vessel strike zone, continues to demonstrate how extremely vulnerable right whales are to vessel interactions. Thanks to U.S. Fleet Forces for funding this effort under the MSM program, and thanks to those who assisted in the field, as well as our colleagues who provided photo ID assistance.